everybody, Mike Valenza here from Memphis Prime Properties, brokered by eXp Realty. On this episode of Memphis Prime Properties Abroad, European Edition Series 2, we still find ourselves in Munich, Germany. Today's visit will be to Schloss Nymphenburg, or in other words, Nymphenburg Palace. So stay tuned and let's find out what life was like for German royalty back in the 1600s. First impressions of walking up to the palace compared to at least Paris in the same time period, late 1600s, early 1700s. It's much more simple. The buildings are pretty plain. It's big. It goes from all the way over there to all the way over there. There's some exterior houses, fountain gardens. But it's just kind of plain in comparison to what French architecture of the time looked like. I sure hope you enjoyed that tour of Schloss Nymphenburg as much as I did. It's a good look into what royalty back in the late 1600s to early 1800s did. What strikes me is, compared to other regions of Europe that I've seen, it's still very plain. But what also strikes me is the palace is more compartmentalized versus what you might find in Versailles or Fontainebleau, where it's a lot of rooms connected by long hallways. This is more of an apartment feel, where hallways connect adjoining rooms that you could close off and still have some privacy in, with lady-in-waiting rooms and studies off to the sides. So a little bit different in terms of architecture. In addition to the palace, there's a number of gardens as well. This is a little bit of personal family history for me. Back in World War II, my grandfather, Chester R. Jonas, served as a corporal in the 242nd Field Artillery Battalion. The battalion entered Europe at Utah Beach near Normandy, France in August of 1944, and in over 240 days of combat made their way to the Alps via Germany, which they entered in March of 1945. At some point along the way, they crossed the Isar River in Munich, just behind me. I'm standing near Isar River Park, and I'm not sure if this is the exact bridge that they used to cross, but strategically it would make a lot of sense. It's on a main boulevard, and it'd be ideal for transporting 405mm howitzer cannons across. It's a little special for me to be standing here some 80 years or so after my grandfather may have been here, and reflect on what he did during that time. If you'd like to know more about the 242nd Field Artillery Battalion, there's a great book you can purchase on Amazon.com called Serving the Pieces by Ed Walsh. It chronicles his time served in the 242nd and has a lot of other documentation that helps you understand how the unit worked and where it went. If you'd like to purchase it, I will leave a link in the description below.
Well, that's all there is for this adventure. On to the next country. Until next time, see you then.